Okay, the first time you open Final Cut, you're going to get a message like this. That's okay. Go ahead and click Continue. I need to bring this up a little bit. Actually, I'm going to hide my dock. Okay, the first time you open Final Cut Pro, you are given an untitled library with an event called Smart Collections, which we will get into later, and an event named after the date you open it. This window is your event and libraries list. This is your browser. This is your viewer. This is your inspector. The inspector you can hide and show with this button here. Down here is where you will edit your project. All of the magic happens right here. The first thing we're going to do is import video into here. Normally we will insert a memory card and get video that way, but since I'm giving everyone the same footage, we're getting the video from another place. So again, there's 3 ways to do this, and they all get you the same thing. First, there's this button. If you don't have any events, you're going to have a button here. Otherwise, you can go to the File menu, Import Media. So there's the menu option, or there's the keyboard shortcut, Command-I. So 3 ways. I'm just going to do Command-I, hold down Command key, hit the letter I, and I get this import window. Now, it has filled my screen, but it really just floats on top of your Final Cut interface. The videos we're gonna, normally you will see an SD card right here under cameras. It'll be a little memory card here, and then you pick your videos. We're gonna go to the Macintosh hard drive, inside Land School files. For your hour, you're gonna pick one of these. I'm just gonna happen to pick second hour. Now, before I click any of these, it says import all. You need to notice that. I haven't touched any of them. It says 81. Import all. The minute I start clicking, it's only going to say import the selected one, because Final Cut's assuming I only want to select a few of them. If I want to get the first maybe 6 or 7 of these, I hold down the Shift key and click the second one. I get those, but I don't have any of the others selected. If you ever want to select just a couple, 2 or 3 of them, you can hold down the Command key and click Others in your list. And now I've only got 3 selected, and they don't have to be next to each other. All right, now if I want to go back to having all of them instead of just 3 of 81, I can do Command A, which selects all. Or when I had just a few selected, I can deselect all of them by clicking somewhere else, then hold the Command key down while I click that last one, and it goes back to import all. All right, so keep it at import all, whatever you need to, either or Command A, sorry, and then come up here. Look at this. You need to make sure you create a new library. Oh, you know what? Not a new library, but a new event. We need to name that later. We're going to rename that library to be your name, but for now it's okay. So just type in exactly what shows right here. If you're in second hour, it's going to be period 2 stand-ups. If you're in first hour, it's going to be period. I don't know what I just said. But anyway, make it match your hour. All right, leave everything else alone. It should be copy to library. That'll make big problems for you if you don't. And everything else is going to be fine. Don't worry about anything else. It'll close the window, import all. It'll take a second to process, maybe 30 seconds to import all of these. It looks like it's done, but you need to watch this. I will speed up the video and get back to you. But click this first and watch. Yeah, I'll speed up. Okay, that took about 2 minutes for me, but I sped it up so you wouldn't have to wait so long. You could continue to work with video, but if you don't let it all the way import, especially before you take out your memory card, you're going to have major problems. Anyway, I'm going to get more room shown here. Just a little bit about this window and you're almost done. All of these little dividers can be stretched to give you more room. Right here, this icon will control the size of the thumbnails. I prefer to have the waveform showing. That's the audio representation of what's being said. And sometimes it's easier to edit video when you look at the audio. Then down here, this little slider controls how much of the thumbnail I will see. If they're longer clips, you'll see more if you slide that way. Shorter clips, you may want to have, maybe 5 seconds long. It's up to you. but something that gives you control or kind of a perspective on what clips are longer and shorter. You may realize, okay, that's a short one. It's probably a mistake. We didn't want to do it. The torn edge means it continues to the other side. When it says 5 seconds here, that means each thumbnail, so there's like a little divider line right there, represents about 5 seconds. So this is 1, 2, 3, maybe 15 seconds total, roughly. Okay, and that's about right. So if I look at some of these others, you can see some are longer, some are shorter. Here's one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5, so somewhere around 26. Okay. Anyway, what I want to see is I want to see that you have all 81 clips in here. I want to see, oh, you need to rename this. So this is your library. Okay, so with the library selected, click once more and just type your name. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to look to see, well, we'll do one more thing. That your library is here and you have it named. I'm going to look to see that you have this. Let's go ahead and delete this one. This is an empty event. So right click this and choose Move Event to the Trash. So I want to see that you have a library with your name on it, your hour stand-ups with 81 clips, so have it selected. And I want to see that it says 81 in here. And you're going to create a new project, okay? There are 3 ways to do this. We're going to click the button, but let me show you the other 2 ways. You can go to File, New, Project. So that's the menu way with the mouse, or the keyboard shortcut is Command-N. We're just going to click the button. And right now you're going to name this the exact same thing as your event. It's not normal, it's up to you, but well, for this practice, you're going to name it exactly as the event. Let's look at custom settings. We are not going to have it set based on first video clip, so change this to custom. Let's change this to 1080p. Make sure the resolution, that's the format, make sure the resolution is 1920 by 1080. There are other choices, but we want the 1920 1080. That's full HD. And we want 29.97. We'll leave the audio as default. Okay. Once you have yours matching mine, click OK. And that's that. Now, for the last part, I want you to grab a screenshot of this. I don't want to see anything in your timeline down here. Nothing in your timeline. If you've got something there already because you jumped ahead, delete it all, have a brand new empty timeline. 81, well, now you're going to have 82 because we have 81 clips and a timeline, storyline. And I want to see just like that, your name, this number, and empty, okay? Grab a screenshot of this, which is Shift-Command-4, and switch it to the camera. So tap the spacebar now, then click anywhere in this window, not up here, not down on your dock, but right here, and then quit Final Cut Pro. There is no save, it saves automatically. This is the screenshot you will submit into Canvas. All right, you'll turn this in. That's what I want to see.